blowjob a month or like take a finger up the bum once a year or something like that.
Finger up the bum a year.
Right? Yeah, and like
finger up the bum a day.
I don't like
What's that? Welcome to the Game of Thrones show, the only show on the internet that talks about Game of Thrones. Subscribe to this channel, only this channel. My name's Danny.
My name is Adam.
I'm Nina.
I'm Benjamin.
That went so well. See what happens when I start it? It works.
Well, also Seth's not here.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
also we're going to be talking about the episode from 2 nights ago. So spoilers. Us two were busy.
Yeah.
Ben was on a Tinder date.
Yeah.
So that's
getting
why we
real
couldn't put up the
busy.
Game of Thrones show on a regular Monday schedule.
wait.
Guys, this episode was, shall I say, better than okay.
Better than okay?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
High
solidly
praise.
good.
I'd say it's at least a 4 out of 10.
You're not wrong.
Shall we start off with the fun stuff, or should we just slog through all the boring things?
I think we can just rip through the boring stuff
Yeah.
first.
Just rip it.
Just
rip it.
frickin' rip it. Just
All
give
right.
her a rip.
All right. So before the Winterfell stuff, shall we?
Let's skip it.
But Bran.
Yeah, let's talk
Bran.
about Bran's a robot now.
Bran, yeah, Bran is
No.
like no longer Bran.
Bran is literally a god now.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Mira is upset about that. I mean,
Independent.
understandably so, but she should also understand the fact she helped create a god.
Yeah.
Now
But at the same
walking
time,
around-
it's just like super brutal.
oh yeah,
After all they've been through, she's like, I'm leaving, and he's like, good
Okay.
call,
Bye.
honestly. Like, I can't. No,
Bran has turned into Spock.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold hard
Even
logic.
kind of looks like him.
Yeah, he's doing that bowl cut. and
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Freaking weird nose.
Weird nose.
I realized I gotta stop making fun of his nose because I was looking at him and I was like, he just has the same nose as me. I just have the bigger head, so it fits.
I feel like he's actually like grown into his face now,
Yeah.
and he actually
He
just
looks
looks
better
like he
now.
just looks like a decently good looking adult
Yeah.
now. But
No,
like in our
yeah.
minds, he's still just like in that.
Oh,
awkward
this
stage.
joke is like 3 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just milking it, man.
Yeah.
Like the first time we ever made Game of Thrones show, we made fun of his nose.
Yeah.
So
It hasn't changed.
I mean, we're not actually funny. So Bran's talking to Mira and whatever. Peter comes in, gives him the dagger.
Cool.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so
Yeah,
that
Can we go back to
who tried to get him killed? Do we not know?
Oh, like Jamie
It was JB.
or
Okay.
Cersei or who? Yeah,
Gotcha.
one of those two.
Who was it in the
Background.
Oh, right,
books?
because they saw the. Right.
Who was it in the books? I think it ended up being Joffrey or something like that. Or was
Oh
it,
yeah,
Was
right.
it wasn't like
Yeah.
official, but like it kind of was pretty much.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
who?
one of those
Joffrey.
Lannisters.
Oh.
Yeah.
One-
Right, because that's like
Lannisters.
only Joffrey was so stupid enough to send a guy with
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a super nice dagger, like his own dagger or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah.
That was the dealio. But-
So Bran has that dagger.
Yeah. Bran had it, and then he.
And he's like, my legs don't work. I don't need a dagger.
This is cool
It
and
seemed
all,
like-
but
like-
I'm a god.
Yeah.
A really big moment in that scene or something like that he handed it to Arya, but like I didn't really get the significance of it.
Well, I think it's more
I
like
just thought it
he.
was cool.
So that scene with Bran at the Godswood and then Sansa coming back and she's kind of like weirded out because I don't think she's seen him since
Fair
that
enough.
other time
Because
right?
he brought up the weirdest freaking situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So and then he kind of alludes to Arya that he's seen what she's been doing too. So
that's a
she
more
can
normal
kind of.
thing.
So then Sansa's kind of standing on the outside watching them two interact and realizing that Bran knows about Arya's like kill list and stuff, and then she sees. I'm looking at this from like almost the point of view of Sansa.
Mhm.
She sees Bran give Arya a weapon,
Right.
and she's like, "Okay, that's
And
kind of
then
weird. Why don't you just
confirms
give that
she
to me?"
actually has a kill list.
Right.
So
So
that she was
yeah,
actually going to King's Landing to kill Cersei.
exactly. But even then, she's like, "Okay, it's kind of weird." I'm maybe thinking like, "Why didn't you give me the dagger?" It's like, if it's just like a token of goodwill or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then later on, you see Arya kind of challenge Brienne to like a sparring match, just kind of like whatever, and Sansa's kind of standing there. And then she, regardless, I think it's definitely significant for Arya's character, but I think it's also significant that Sansa was the one watching this happen and seeing all of a sudden like, whoa, my sister's been doing some crazy things while she's
Yeah.
away. She's like fighting really well,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and Sansa's like, oh, okay, we're gonna leave now.
Yeah,
And then you
she's
see,
she's still just kind of the damsel, right?
yeah, because I think she like became really jealous that Arya knows how to defend herself against people who would
Yeah.
want to hurt her, right? Whereas
Yeah.
Sansa still would probably rely on someone like Peter, as sketchy as that is.
Mhm.
And Peter even sees Arya find that. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking there. I'm not sure
I
if
think I know what he's thinking.
Yep.
Okay, well, so what do you think? Because I think that he might be thinking like, I'm screwed. Like she could kill me so easily, or like she might try and kill me. But on the other side,
Yeah, I think that he just sees like another tool.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this
He's
could
just
be
probing
useful.
Each of them,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, it was
You're
just
trying
like
to
funny.
find-
It'd be funny if he was just like, "Psych, I want to marry Arya now."
yeah.
He's like, "Well, did you see that? She did a little flippy get up thing. That was
Just
cool."
like
Their sword.
the look in his eyes, though, just like you could just practically hear his boner.
Like, I don't think Arya looks enough like her mom.
No,
He has a
no.
It's not
really
like
specific.
Sansa.
He's got the red
fetish.
hair, the red hair thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Speaking on that duel though, I was a fan. I thought it was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool to finally see her like kind of fight like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
because you haven't seen it so far. It's like she got trained in like water dancing, and then she got trained
For a
as an
bit.
assassin
Yeah.
for a bit as
For a
well.
So like,
And then
yeah.
it was kind of cool just to like see her put it to use, I guess.
Yeah, so kind of like how we've been talking about this season is like, it's so cool that she has all the skills. I just don't know where she got all of them from.
She's also like, she's kind of full of herself, is what I'm thinking. It's like from the last episodes, and then like walking up to Bran, she's like, "Nice dagger." She's like, "Oh, this."
Yeah.
It's Valerian. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, she's super cocky.
yeah. So
But I almost think rightfully so. Like she's been so independent for so long.
yeah.
The way that she's kind of gotten ahead is like she has to like be a pretty strong personality or whatever, right?
Yeah.
She's been hanging out with the Hound.
That's
Like,
true.
you
I'm
know,
not saying it doesn't make
Really
sense. I'm just saying that that's how she is now.
Yeah.
Like she's just
that almost makes me
full
kind of like her
herself.
more as opposed to like kind of just being this off-brand timid, but then can still kill people. She can like have the swagger to back it up and just kind of go around and mess with guards and be like, "Look, like you're letting me this castle."
Can we
live
talk
in."
about that guard for a
Yeah.
second? Fuck off. He's got like that stupid like
Helmet.
Phallic helmet, you might say.
just like strap like
What I don't get about that is that when Bran showed up, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, okay, it's Bran. We know you were supposed to be dead. Like your body was hung over Winterfell, but like we'll just take this into stride."
Well, they might have had the same situation.
But Bran
where-
came in with like a other people, right?
The posse.
Yeah. Arya kind of just rolls up with a sword
Okay,
and it's
I
like,
got
"I'm a
it.
little girl wandering around,
Mhm.
but I'm also like not scared."
But
of
those
you."
guys are pretty dumb.
Oh, totally. She told Sansa like, "You need better guards."
Yeah.
Like, for real, they're bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that whole the whole thing underground while they were talking. I
Yeah,
thought
so
that
when
was,
Sansa and
yeah,
Arya
like
meet-
that was like good to like have them meet up again and like talk and stuff. But like I thought it dragged on for a little bit personally.
Well,
It was just like a bit long.
I thought, yes, you're right, but I also thought it portrayed very well how awkward they were.
No, I like the
when
awkward
they
part.
because when they separated, they were still like pretty petty or whatever. They didn't actually like each other that much, so they're trying to like get together. They're so relieved that they're still alive, but it's also like your relationship never really progressed past that point. It was kind of put on pause. You went through all these different situations. You're completely different people now, so now you're back together. You don't,
Like,
you
get to
still don't know
each
how to
other
like.
again. Yeah, and that was kind of
interact with
strengthened
each
in
other.
like the
Yeah.
fact that Arya is like doing all this stuff now, and Sansa just has no idea.
Yeah.
What's been going on.
I think that's a big thing for Sansa too, because I think Arya and Bran have become really, really different now. Sansa's maybe like a little bit different, but like I think it's kind of a shock for her to see that difference.
Arya is
in
a
her siblings.
faceless assassin. Bran's a god.
Sansa is just like cynical now.
You see like those like memes where it's like Jon Snow like I was raised from the dead. Bran's like I can see everything. Arya's like I'm a faceless assassin. And Sansa's like the fuck.
And I'm slightly less annoying.
Yeah, exactly. I got taller, I guess.
Yeah.
Poor
Yeah,
Sansa.
I thought like in what else happened?
In the Winterfell scene.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I don't remember. It was just all very, except for like that fight. It was all just very, yeah.
There was like
Lots of dialogue.
yeah. There was the scene of like the three Starks like together again to like
That's
by
true.
Godswood.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
gods.
Talk about that?
Yeah, a little bit, but if
I don't know
something
like,
you
when
want
it
to
gets the dagger.
say.
Not anything particular. Just like it's been so long, and then like Theon and Jon Snow came together. It's like the most Starks that in that proximity.
Oh, okay. Before we move on to that, the Godswood scene, the one Arya hugs him and Bran just keeps mean mugging Sansa over his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Hey, remember what I said to you about your wedding night?
But he did like hug her back. Though.
I know, but it's just funny. Like Bran just like keeps solid eye contact with Sansa. The
Bran's
entire
just
time.
like he's not even human anymore.
Yeah.
Super creepy.
Yeah, like his legs don't even work.
It makes sense though. Like
Yeah, no, I like Bran more than I ever have. I think.
Me
now.
too.
Yeah, he's like less annoying and more just like this like sentient being.
Yeah.
We need to see more like
Yeah.
interesting stuff though. Like
He used to start like
He's
floating
bringing up stuff
around
we've
all
already
like
seen, come on.
oracle like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has to be the only. He's going to be the only person that's going to be able to tell Jon who he is.
Well, yeah, nobody else.
No one else knows, so I think he's going to be the one to tell him that.
He's gotta like come back with Daenerys. They're still gonna like be bickering about whether or not Jon's gonna bend the knee, and Bran's gonna be like, "You're related,"
but will they
And the-
believe him?
and then Daenerys, Bran will be like start spitting about
the
Danny's
time.
past or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, so you
You
were
were
your wedding night
beautiful."
too. So you were crying a lot, just like my sister did. What's the deal? And then they'll like,
Jon, I saw you in that cave.
everyone will just get so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
Just
then
listing everyone's sexual
Yeah.
things.
and then
He's like three-eyed raven,
Yeah.
but like only for people's sex history.
Yeah,
Like,
well, he's like what, like a 14-year-old boy?
Yeah.
Like watching porn.
And he's like, I know, he's like, it may seem like I'm pretty fixated on some issues, but my bottom half doesn't work anymore. I'm frustrated.
That's why he lives it through other.
Exactly.
Except for animals and things.
ew.
Isn't that what they do?
What?
Or can
What?
they do it through people too?
Warg.
He took over Hodor once,
Oh, that's right.
a few times.
Yeah, you just live it through other people. There you go.
Okay, I'm not sure where you're going with that. We're gonna move on though. Maybe to King's Landing.
I just like the idea of just like Bran using like his powers as his personal like porn internet.
Yeah. He's like, just watch. Nah. Oh, Bran.
Oh boy.
Only family members.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
no.
This is going.
You can go back in the past. That could be pretty weird.
That's true.
Pretty weird.
Yeah. Anyway.
Do you think he
Moral
checked
of
out
the
the night he was conceived?
Ooh.
You're like, you talk to Sansa about it. Sansa.
So, moral of the story, Bran's weird now.
Yeah.
But cooler in a weird way. He's more interesting and weird.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Maybe just quickly touch on some about King's Landing stuff, like with Cersei and the Iron Bank or whatever.
Yeah. Just showing that they're getting backed, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like being more powerful.
She's gonna recruit the Golden Company, I guess, to come over to Westeros and
So swords.
get something back.
I'm kind of surprised that they could pay off their entire debt with like, just like whatever the Tyrells had
Yeah.
stored. Like,
Well,
I
they
thought
were
the
like,
debt was
Tyrells were like a
way worse than
really,
that.
like
Yeah.
really, really wealthy family.
Yeah.
weren't
I guess they did wipe out the Tyrells, so they just took all their gold. But yeah, you're right. Like it seemed like it was just some.
Like I thought it was just like unpayable
Yeah.
kind of.
they? Yeah.
So.
But
But yeah. Yeah. Dragonstone.
Yeah.
Cute
little
yeah.
walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
On the
Danny and
beach?
John down in a cave
Super
looking
romantic.
at some
Yeah.
artwork.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some artwork.
Hey,
Or
the-
John ruins it and makes it all serious about how they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Oh,
Oh
like
no,
he
John!
is-
John grabbed the arms.
Yeah,
like,
no,
let
he got
me
let it
show
go.
you.
Yeah.
Daenerys
that's bad.
ruined it.
Daenerys ruined it.
'Cause
She was like
Oh,
stepping
bending
closer.
knee?
She's like, "I'll help you."
And he's like, I should have
Bend
just
the
said
knee.
thank you and been like, and walked away.
Yeah.
And then she's like, when you bend the knee, come on, Danny. Come on, Danny.
Come on.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
Learn to work with your allies, right? Especially since you just found out the rest of your forces is dead. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, do you think Jon should bend the knee to Daenerys Targaryen?
I like how he's not.
Yeah.
I think he should.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say not yet. Like
I
she
think-
has to have
I think at
own,
some
like, one
point
of the
he
kingdoms,
could.
I think.
I think at some point, like, I wouldn't be like mad if at some point he did.
Yeah.
But I like how he didn't just do it then. Like I
Oh,
like
yeah.
how
You can't
he's-
just like show up back to Winterfell and be like, "Yo, so I'm not the king anymore."
Yeah.
He
yeah
has to
exactly.
go back and at least talk to people.
I feel like he can't. I don't think he should because I think before he bends the knee, they're gonna find out like that they're related or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
turn-
they should just get married.
And then
instead.
Danny be like, "Oh, we're related. Marry me." And John's like, "What?"
Ooh, actually, that's better. Yeah, if they have this whole conflict, like bend the knee, don't bend the knee, and
Yeah.
just be like, well, let's just get married instead. That solves everyone's problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Like when they were like, "Wow, we don't have to bend a knee to each other because we're family," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I just
Yeah.
feel like Daenerys is like, you would put the lives of your people before your pride. But he's like, no, you're putting your pride before the lives of everybody else on the continent, too, because you're asking you're not going to help me fight the bigger threat here until I bow to you, which will appease your ego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she's kind of putting it on his ego.
Yeah.
But it's more not Jon Snow's ego, because I feel like he doesn't have too big of an ego. It's more like the fact that the Northerners won't have it. Like they won't respect Daenerys as a queen. If he does that, they might respect her as like an ally, but not if she forces their newly elected king to bow down before her, which I think is what I guess she wouldn't know. She doesn't know the culture very well. But I think that's what Jon Snow's kind of more thinking about, you know?
That makes sense. He's like, even if I wanted to, I basically can't.
Yeah, and I shouldn't.
Yeah. But if she goes and like wrecks the White Walkers for them, then like he could bend the knee as like, oh, thanks. You
But would
proved
she be able
yourself.
to wreck the White Walkers though?
A couple dragons.
That's
Yeah.
the
They
thing.
don't have cool crossbows.
But do they have
They have
bone dragons?
Oh!
Like
Plot twist.
they might.
What
though.
a
I think
plot
it's
twist.
real.
Dragon fights.
That's the thing. Like I feel like
Dude,
why
that's-
wouldn't they have undead dragons? You know?
Yeah. Why not?
They got undead everything else.
They're ice dragons too.
Or okay,
It's
how about this? One of her dragons is somehow killed by them and then comes back to life as an undead dragon, and then they're fighting like their brother.
I would say
I'd
two
like
of those
that.
dragons have to die
Least-
ASAP.
Two?
One of them
At least
for
one.
sure
At least one.
super soon, and then one maybe next season.
I mean,
And
we
she'll
could get
have
different
one left
riders
at the
for
end.
them. Like,
Maybe, but I also
Okay.
think that one of them should just
You know what?
die pretty quick.
They need armor. You should get armor from
I don't know.
dragons.
Wow, that's super cool.
Just 'cause
That's
that'd
like
be
pretty
cool,
dope.
yeah.
for
But
the
like,
wings or something,
Yeah. But they also like have armor. It's
Yeah.
just cool. Forget.
yeah, yeah. No, it is cool. No, dragons and armor is tight. It's just like pretty heavy. I'm just thinking like logistically here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to fly around, they wouldn't be nearly as maneuverable if they had a bunch of plate on them, right? Maybe you get like a chain onesie.
Little cap. Little cap on.
Would a dragon wear pants on the bottom half, or just like this? Do you think? That's really the important question here.
I also thought it was really interesting how they brought up like the whole bastard thing.
Oh yeah, with
And I
Miss
guess
Sunday and stuff.
yeah, she said like it doesn't matter if you're that person's kid, then you're that person's kid, and that's like
See, I think that's even more.
directly like with his mom or whatever.
I just think that's also setting up the fact that they could get married someday, because to them it doesn't, titles and stuff don't matter. It's more about what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
So that's what I took from that.
The title's just a bonus.
Yeah, it's just a bonus. But if you can just take titles for yourself and make them up or whatever, then what do they really mean, right? Power is what people invest in it. Theon comes back.
Mm-hmm.
I was disappointed with the grab. I just wanted like a
Yeah.
big punch.
That's what I was expecting.
That's
I was
what I was
expecting, but I was like, that's not very kingly. If you just start socking people around.
Yeah.
Because he's right. Like, he helps
What did
Sansa out pretty good.
Yeah.
Right, because he helped Sansa escape.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That was just awkward. That was so funny. Where it's just like he walks closer and he's just like, John.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Hey.
Didn't know you were gonna be here.
Sorry, I torched your home.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Just people are coming back together all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stories converging.
I just need Jon and Arya to reunite. Like,
Yeah, come
it
on.
would just make my heart.
Yeah,
full.
even Sansa said, like,
I'm
yeah,
just
like,
waiting.
well, this is what I'm actually waiting for, is when Jon sees you. I mean, he was happy when he saw me, but
like,
me and everyone
we
else
all
will be
know who's
happier
your
when he
They were
sees
so
you.
tight. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, then Arya will just kick his butt
Mm-hmm.
and be like, I'm gonna go assassinate the queen, and Jon's like, what? And then she'll disappear. He's like, Another trick she learned from the Faces one.
Yeah.
Arya's basically Batman now. Disappeared to some weird location to train
Yeah.
with ninjas. Comes back and just fight everybody.
Yeah.
Disappear whenever she wants.
Screaming something about justice.
Yeah. It's cool.
What else happened there?
Well, we could talk about like the beginning half of kind of Jamie and Braun's thing, like the first little chunk where they're just kind of like chucking the stuff into King's Landing.
Or Braun's still obsessed with money.
Right, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Braun's castle, wanted High Garden.
You don't want that castle. Yeah. So he just like gives him like a huge bag of gold. And he's like, "What about my reward?" And Jamie's like, "Where you freaking
Do you know how much money that is?
Yeah, you have any idea?" Yeah.
You should have been like, just keep on helping me out. Save up. Buy your own castle.
Yeah. You could do this like 3 more times and you'd have a castle.
I know. And then Jaime's like, when the war's over, you can have whatever castle you want. And Bron's like, it's not gonna be peaceful then. He's like, well, then why do you want it now? Like, if you don't want it later, just don't take one now. We're in the middle of an actual war.
Yeah.
Don't be
He's
scared of
just
a
like-
hypothetical one.
It just shows like he like doesn't really care about what the Lannisters want. Like he's just in it.
Oh,
for
yeah,
money,
totally.
right? So
Yeah.
he's just like he just doesn't want to fight for them anymore. He wants out. I think.
Yeah,
He wants to sit in the
probably.
castle
Yeah.
with his money.
It is many.
You see, what if you saw Tyrion on the hillside and you just kind of dished? He's like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, bud?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Honestly though, like I think it doesn't even matter whether the White Walkers kill everyone or if everyone dies in wars because they're all gonna starve. Because literally no one in this world has food anymore.
That's true.
Daenerys
I think it's just.
Burning all it all.
I think it's
Yeah.
just kind of like.
Like she might as well have just gone to King's Landing and burned everyone because they're gonna die anyway. They don't have
Yeah.
food.
It's.
So yeah, let's talk
One
about
way or
that
another.
I
battle.
think it's kind of setting up for the fact that people are gonna need to come together in like the winter, you know, just because
Mhm.
like they're all fighting and like losing food and stuff, but like
And soldiers.
and soldiers and all that. Yeah.
Can we talk about this battle
Yeah.
Sure.
Climactic
Let's talk about the battle.
event.
Let's talk about the battle.
Super cool.
of this episode?
Mm-hmm. The rumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was it gonna be a
First off,
dragon? Was
it was-
it gonna be Dothraki?
And I was
Oh,
like,
it's
how can they
Dothraki.
just hear
That's
a
cool.
dragon in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the
Dothraki.
thud of the wings, like,
Oh.
Yeah.
but it kind of, you hear like little
There's like
screams
more of a
and stuff.
rolling thunder.
Yeah,
It's
so
like-
he's like,
Yeah.
alright, Dothraki.
Dothraki are
Their
so
battle
cool.
cries.
They're
Yeah.
just screaming like over the
Yeah.
hilltop. It'd be so terrifying.
Yeah.
I love like the contrast of all the guys, like all the Lannisters all like in formation in their armor
Yeah.
and stuff. These guys are like standing on their horses, like screaming at them.
See, like, I think the
Fantastic.
Lannisters would have had a fair shot
Mhm.
if the dragon hadn't showed up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
They were formed up.
they were formed up, they had a shield wall going on, then they were like pretty outnumbered too. But I think discipline and stuff, like that's the thing, like they talk about the Dothraki have no discipline, they kind of run and screaming, but if they ever kind of face like say Ramsay Bolton, like that battle from last season, how he just kind of like was able to
Out-
bank on how
outplayed,
predictable
yeah.
they were.
Yeah.
He probably could have destroyed like all the Dothraki, but
Mhm.
now dragons are in play, and
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
made a big old hole right down the middle of the Lannister
I think honestly,
line.
even like if the dragon hadn't have done anything, just a dragon being there like would have
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like what are you gonna freaking do as a Lannister and you see a dragon flying over the hill
Yeah.
while these guys are standing on their horses screaming at you. Like,
Yeah.
Could have just done like one fireball and just pieced out.
yeah, so that's all you need. Yeah, I have a dragon,
I
so
think Daniel's a little angry.
I think so.
She
too.
might have been a little.
She overplayed her
Yeah.
hand a bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. And she went like against all her advisors to do that.
But like
Yeah.
she didn't
I guess
Go all
she
the
wanted
way.
to go to like the like Red Keep or
But-
whatever.
compromise it.
But, yeah.
But you see a lot of shots focus on what the dragon is capable of and like kind of like the horrors of it, right?
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
see these soldiers melting away into like ash and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
hooves kind of just puffing
Tramp-
through these
trampling,
people.
Yeah.
And Jamie's kind of staring at these people just kind of like tearing the armor off that's kind of like melded to their skin, and
Yeah.
or like
Mhm.
soldiers kind of just like sitting there and a gust of wind will go by and they kind of just disintegrate beneath their armor, right? Like a lot of shots lingered on that and like kind
It
of
was really
how just crazy
Just
this
absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Like destructive.
yeah.
Or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely lingered on that, which is like what all her advisors were like, don't do it because
Yeah,
you're
even
gonna,
Jon
you're gonna
Snow.
be that guy, right? Like you're
Yeah.
gonna be the person who disintegrates people when they don't listen to you. So
But
That's
that
the
is
point of
kind of
anyways.
yeah.
Dragons if you don't use
And
them.
that is a Targaryen way, right? Like that's
Yeah.
how they conquered. In
I know,
And I
that's
think
pretty-
more of John's point was like, don't burn King's Landing down. Go for actual soldiers.
Yeah.
Which I feel
That's what
is
she did.
at least
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's still focused on that a lot. Like I agree with that.
I still feel like Tyrion's overall strategy was to like use the dragons as little as possible and more just
Yeah.
like siege King's Landing but with local armies so that they would
Yeah.
turn on them so they wouldn't have to actually use the dragons on
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah.
I think Jon wants to use the dragons on the undead people
Yeah.
and not like real people.
Mm-hmm.
Can we also talk about how many balls Jamie has, how big they are too?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
how many they are and how
Yeah.
big they are.
Yeah. Like first of all, he didn't leave. He was like, I
Yeah.
can't leave.
Yeah, Bron's like we should peace out, and he's
Yeah,
like,
which is
I'm
awesome.
not abandoning the army.
Yeah, that was cool.
Do you think that was like the full army that took Highgarden, or is that just like the detachment with like the
I
gold?
think they were just escorting
They
gold
were
into King's
filing
Landing at
into
the
King
point,
Landing.
right?
King's-
Sorry?
They were filing into King's Landing.
Yeah, but like, was that the whole Lannister army that went to Highgarden? Like, is that the Lannister army just like taken out, or is that just like a part
No,
of the
I don't think it was the whole Lannister army because the Lannister army I think is a lot bigger than that.
Yeah.
That was like the people like the rear guard or something protecting the stuff getting.
They
back
mentioned
in the
something
city.
about the rear guard.
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they said something of like if there was an ambush, then the rear guard wouldn't be able to like recoup fast enough or something.
Yeah.
Like
So
that.
there are more of them in the line.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
so.
sure.
I think there's
I hope so.
there's more reserves for the Lannister army. Like she can't have just taken out the Lannisters like that. Like that's too
Yeah.
easy.
Okay.
One of her dragons has to die first.
But she was definitely like
That's good.
after she kind of broke the line for the Dothraki, she just focused right on the supply, right? She
Yeah.
just, like, went,
Yeah,
just
Daenerys is
up the
burning
path.
all the food. So
Yeah.
nobody has, if I can't have food,
Yeah.
nobody gets food.
She's just doing like a morale thing, really, like
Yeah.
breaking their morale by taking their food and also doing it with a dragon. Like
yeah.
she could have done it probably with just the Dothraki, right? If she had been smarter about it.
I bet you they're gonna have
She just
so many
wanted
more of
it.
those crossbows in each little army now,
Yeah.
like a bunch of
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
just traveling around, like 50. So dragon pops, they're just like, just like wrecked.
Yeah.
The dragons are pretty slow in the air, hey?
Yeah.
Like when-
Yeah,
like
I know it's like
huge
even like
cannons.
turning around and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty slow.
Yeah, and like yeah, Danny's like on his back. He can't be like whipping around too hard; she'll
Mm-hmm.
fly right off.
Yeah.
But
Does
now
she
they
like
know-
need to be?
On the back?
No.
Not really, but she's like, I'll risk my life for
Yeah,
my troops or
right,
whatever.
Right.
I think she does give commands though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's directing where.
So yeah, but Bronn manages to snipe down this dragon and just injuring it. I was kind of hoping it would just freaking dome it and
I
just be
thought-
dead.
Yeah.
That's
the
what
way-
I wanted to happen.
The way they did it, like the dragon like opened his mouth and then he shot. I was expecting just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right down the throat.
And that's what I think. Maybe if they kill the dragon later, I'll be okay with it. But if they just don't ever kill a dragon ever, I'm gonna be kind of upset because I think
Yeah.
Daenerys. I think that needs to happen to Daenerys. She needs to have one of her dragons die, so
Mm-hmm.
she realizes that she can't just rely on them to solve all her problems
Mm-hmm.
ever.
She mentions brings them up all the time. Like I have dragons. I have dragons. I have 3 dragons. Did you see the dragons outside? Like
Yeah.
all the time.
You
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
So she needs to be like, oh, I should
And
probably
she-
be a little
She
careful
needs
with
to know
these
that
treasures.
That
I
she's
think she
not
already
like
knows that a little bit now though. Now that Drogon's injured,
Mhm.
and they know what kind of weapon to expect now too.
yeah. Exactly.
Qyburn's got to get back to the lab, start cooking up crazier things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
a
a
crossbow
railgun.
with friggin' dragonfire at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much damage a dragonfire would do to
But special dragonfire.
like
Like
ice.
wildfire, maybe.
Yeah,
The
wildfire.
green stuff.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe
There it is.
mm,
That's the stuff.
maybe like a chain gun that shoots up like a million of them.
Like a machine gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a rail. You just kind of big crank. It's like
Shows Qyburn like working
So
on
sick.
something, and then it like pans out and he holds up like an AK-47.
like a rocket launcher.
Yeah, yeah.
I've done it. Yeah, so Bronn did that, and then what was he doing? Or yeah, he was the Dothraki guy with the friggin'. He was so cool
Yeah.
when he like leaned down and chopped his leg.
I thought
The
Bronn
horses.
was the one who cut the leg first. 'Cause I was like, that's a
Oh.
Bronn thing to do. Was like
Yeah.
cut
Yeah,
off the
that
legs.
was the
I got
Dothraki.
mixed up too.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
me
the
too,
Dothraki
yeah.
guy who
Yeah,
chopped
yeah,
off the
so-
leg.
So Bronn went down. I thought it was a little
Sick, man.
silly when Bronn like is in the middle of all this dragon fire and stuff and gets
Yeah.
like sliced down and like falls off his horse and then he's like psh, and then the gold's like psh, and he's like no.
Oh.
I thought that was a little
It's
silly.
pretty cheesy.
I'm
was
glad.
just like-
well, I think it was still important, but I'm glad they didn't drag it out where he's just like.
I'm
Yeah.
glad they didn't. I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
I
know?
just the shot of like the gold falling on the ground just like jarred me out of it because it was just like this huge thing and then it was just like gold like. Psh,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know.
if you're in that scenario, you're thinking about.
Yeah, you're thinking about like survival in that scenario, but
Yeah.
I understand they're playing on
Yeah.
Bronn being in it for himself and stuff, but then
Yeah.
he chooses to go and shoot the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the guy chases him along.
So he
Right,
gets
And
yeah,
wrecked
gets
that-
first.
absolutely
That
wrecked.
was
Completely unnecessary.
It was great.
Bronn could have just been there with his sword, like,
He's like, no.
but no, he's like,
Yeah.
you see this thing? I want to.
That was for the viewers. That was for us.
yeah, totally.
Appreciate that.
But I
And
mean,
the-
it's just like playing a video game. It's like when you get the sweet weapon, you want to wreck something with it
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
just to make sure
Let's see
it's
if it works.
Yeah.
It's like I know it'll damage the boss, but I want to see if I can just insta kill some scrubs. So, like I need it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then so when Daenerys is down pulling the spear out, Jaime just
Dude
rides.
pulls a man
Charges her.
move.
He grabs left-handed, grabs a big spear out of the ground and starts just charging Daenerys.
I thought he was gonna throw it, but no, he
Yeah.
was charging.
If he had just
Yeah.
speared Daenerys right there, I would have
Can
been
you imagine?
so happy. I don't want her to die, but that would have just been amazing.
I would have been like, whoa.
that would have been like the
It
craziest
would have
thing.
been crazy.
But
No.
then
I was
the dragon's
Right
kind of
down,
just like,
whips around.
nah.
I was 100% expecting him to die.
No,
Yeah.
I was expecting
Yeah,
like
me
I was
too.
expecting like a tail swipe, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
get right out of there.
I
But
I don't
okay,
think they
can
could
we
do
talk
that.
about how high Bran had to leap?
Was it
And
Bron?
it's time.
Wait, was it Bron? Because I couldn't really see who
I think-
it was that tackled
I'm
him off.
assuming it was.
I would
Bran.
assume it's
I've
Bron
seen-
because
yeah.
like no
They never
Red
showed his
Lannister
face,
soldiers
but, like,
can-
Dude, it might have
whoever
been,
it was.
might have been Dickon.
Whoever it was,
could have been.
Might have been
do you
good
know how
old Dickon.
tall horses are?
No, he was the guy who tackled him off was on a horse as well.
What?
Yeah,
It was?
yeah,
Oh, you just kind of ran into him.
yeah. I saw like
I
a
thought he
second
just-
horse, and he rode up beside Jamie and just kind of jumped off his horse into Jamie.
Okay, I
That
thought he
could've
just
been
like
different, yeah.
just strode from the side and just leaped
No,
like
'cause the horse
5
is,
feet
like-
in the air and just
no,
like.
he's like horses are way high.
Yeah.
No, there was a second horse beside
Okay, I didn't
Jamie's.
see the second horse. Gotcha.
So that's why I almost think it might have been Dickon.
Yeah, I could see that.
So it's like twice he saved Jamie's ass
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that battle. Maybe you'll finally get his name right.
Rickon. Dick on.
That's great.
That was so funny.
Just is laughing.
Yeah.
That
So
whole
now
scene
that-
was. That whole scene was so cool.
Oh, that was good too.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good ending for the episode. Like the whole thing was just kind of like a lull of talking and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But like, and some important talking, but like not really super important talking for like the story. It was like important talking for like characters, I guess, coming back together and stuff, and
Mhm.
stuff that needed to happen. But it was just like so long of that. But then they're like, okay, now we need to end it with dragons. So they did that.
So it's
They
more
know
like
how to please us.
yeah, more like payoff talking as opposed to setting stuff up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was. I liked it. I like the
Mhm.
dragons. And I just like seeing a good old Game of Thrones fight scene again. Like you
Yeah.
haven't seen a battle in
That
so
was-
long.
Yeah.
That
Pretty-
battle's reminiscent of the battle like from last season with Jon Snow and Ramsay.
Yeah.
Just the direction where it followed Braun and as he's stumbling around and like all this crazy
Mhm.
stuff is happening around him,
Yeah,
but it's like
yeah.
opposite because it's like ice over there and now it's just a bunch of fire over here.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
But I thought like it was similar just in the style and how they followed Braun stumbling through this wasteland basically
Yeah.
of soldiers just being lit on fire and
The
like
one
the
soldier.
horses
Yeah,
like
yeah,
hitting
yeah.
Yeah.
guys and stuff,
The
right?
guy just like just puffs into sparks basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That was
I
well
feel
done.
that.
And the shot where it was like from the back of a horse, kind of, right? While the Dothraki were charging.
Mhm.
That was a cool shot too.
Yeah.
Cool film.
Mm-hmm. And then one Dothraki with like the two things just
Yeah.
swiping people.
yeah, is dueling lame now, Ben?
I didn't want to talk about it, but I had a problem with those stupid like side weapons. If you're a cavalry soldier, you don't want to be like doing this end and going to their neck because you're gonna lose your sword. You're just gonna like it's just gonna go right out of your
That's very
hand.
true.
You gotta use the curved side. That's why like all cavalry.
Because
Wait,
you're
did they
shitty
not
with
use the
that.
curve side? What?
Most of them did. They were just like
There's a
there
couple
was
guys
a couple
that did
extras.
it.
They're just like
They were using the hook.
yeah.
Like this is
Yeah,
sooner.
because
Yeah.
they're curved like that so that they won't stick, right?
Yeah,
Even
so
if
they
they
just
don't
slide
slice all
right
the way
off.
through,
Yeah.
they'll just
Yeah,
slide
yeah.
through.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's why cavalry swords are just long and curved.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like a
I didn't know
shashka.
that.
Like that.
What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when it kind of had that moment of Tyrion like watching his people burning and dying and their food stores burning and dying, and he like had this look on his face, and then I went to Jamie, and Jamie had the exact same look on his face as he was looking around.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. It kind of brought him back right to home, right? That,
Yeah,
like,
and the
these-
comment that
it's not like he doesn't like his family. It's like these are like his people, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Or they're just not even his people, just people in general.
Yeah.
These are just
Yeah.
these are people.
yeah.
You know, they're just soldiers doing their thing.
Yeah, but I think it just hit harder that they're
Yeah,
like
that was his-
Lannister soldiers.
Yeah, maybe.
And,
Maybe.
like-
Right.
Yeah, like the comment that the Dothraki soldier made to Tyrion, like, you people don't know how to fight. Like, you could see just like a little bit of twinge of like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Because he like even in the last episode he was like they're trained, right? Like
Yeah.
stuff like that. So.
Yeah. And it kind of goes back to what Daenerys said, like, do you even want us to win? Like, obviously he, like, is on her side, but, like,
Yeah.
a small part of you, I think,
Oh,
does
it's
feel...
not easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's not easy for him. And, like, no matter how much he hates his family, it's still, like, his family.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we think happened to Jamie?
I
Drowns.
think,
Yeah.
nah, he's
Nah,
gonna
whoever
be a
is-
prisoner now. And,
You think so? You think he's like gonna get him?
oh, yeah.
I guess the dragon's still right there, hey.
Yeah. And they saw him charging, and, like, Tyrion
But then,
saw him.
so then Jamie will be prisoner, and Tyrion will be like, "Hey, bud."
I think Tyrion will like
Let him escape.
not let him escape, but
That'd
like,
be kind of an interesting parallel, eh? Just like,
Mhm.
all right, Jamie, get out of here before she kills me.
because Jamie's
He's
let
like,
Tyrion
"I gotta kill
escape.
someone on my way
Yeah.
out."
That would be.
And Varys will help. And Varys will help Tyrion. Send Jaime off to Essos somewhere.
Yeah.
Look, Jaime, go hang out with Dario Naharis. All right, like,
Yeah.
go make sure he's doing stuff. All right, we need you out of the country for a while.
Yeah.
I think at least if he gets captured, Tyrion will like talk Daenerys out of just killing him or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh yeah, I think it's too
Like-
valuable to kill.
Yeah, but
Well, I
like,
think
he'll-
the day that if Daenerys kills him, Tyrion will not be super stoked. And
No.
like I don't know if he'd betray her, but maybe
Yeah.
because that's the only Lannister he's ever liked.
He's done,
Yeah.
he's done it before.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
He's
Though.
gonna shoot her on the toilet with the crossbow, with the dragon crossbow.
It's his MO.
Yeah.
The dragon crossbow just explode her head.
Yikes.
Can we just say like it's very considerate of the White Walkers to just hold off on their march until all this
Right.
other stuff
Yeah.
Yeah,
gets
what
are they
taken
doing?
care of?
Yeah, I wonder what they're doing right now.
I think just in a really unexpected time, it's just gonna like all of a sudden the wall's
Yeah.
just gonna get like breached.
Yeah.
out of
It'll be
nowhere.
like when Daenerys or Cersei's finally like, I've won, and then it'll be like,
Yeah,
I want,
just
I want it to
kidding.
happen before that.
Yeah.
Because like,
It's like-
I think it would be too convenient if it was like, hey, we got our stuff dealt with, now let's deal with these guys. I think it needs to be like they're mid battle, and then they need to realize that this
Or-
is something that is
Like
more
John
important.
from the north is like, hey guys, stop fighting. My army is like gone now.
Yeah.
yeah. Or like it could be like when the two armies, the Targaryens and the Lannisters, have pretty much just like a couple dragons have died. Maybe like the bulk of the Dothraki are dead. Most of the Lannister armies just like destroyed. After this is the aftermath of a huge battle, and then they're kind of like they're both of them were like, neither of us have won right now. Like we've both destroyed so many people and so many things. And then John's like, you idiots.
Yeah.
Can we focus
Guys,
now?
help, please.
Or it's a
Or-
bone dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
A
it could
bone
also,
dragon
like,
flies in, chomps down on Drogon's face because it's so much bigger than him.
Yeah.
And just eats him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I think it could set up like a interesting dilemma for Daenerys if it's like between fighting for the throne or like fighting for the realm.
That's what I think
kinda.
it's gonna be.
That's what I think it is
Right?
Yeah.
now. Like
Yeah.
I thought that the destruction of most of her forces would make her realize like, oh, maybe I should just go with Jon and actually fight this fight and kind of worry about this later. But
It's kind of making her
It's
hold
too
on to
early in the
that
season
idea of
for
the throne, like
Yeah,
more
she's
tightly,
kind of
yeah.
obsessed with it. In
Yeah.
a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far like north of the wall is Hardhome? Because that's like
it's
the last.
pretty freaking
no,
close.
hard
That's what I
home.
thought.
No,
Yeah.
hard home is like. Well, here's the walls, like this whole thing, right?
Right.
Here's Eastwatch by the Sea.
Isn't Hardhome
You just
like
kind of
a
sail like
little
around like over here somewhere, and then here's
Oh, it's
Hard
like on
Home.
the, so they just have to walk around this bay basically. So they're going east to watch by the sea, right? So
Who?
it's that thing online, the White Walkers. It's like nice
That's-
wall you got there. Let me walk around it.
Yeah, like they could because it ends at the ocean.
Yeah.
So, unless White Walkers don't like water for some reason.
They
like,
don't,
like
though.
ring wraiths or something.
They don't, right? Because basically they just let like John sail away on a rowboat.
Yeah, they
Just
did.
start
So
following
Yeah,
maybe
they're
they
gonna-
don't.
They're gonna wait for the winter and there'll be a land bridge.
That's true. Just like.
Oh yeah, that
ocean
whole
is
thing's
over.
gonna
Ice
it's gonna
bridge.
ice over. Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
Maybe they're waiting for the winter. We know that much. Maybe that's why.
I mean, like it's not like they're on
Oh.
super rush or anything. They've waited a few thousand years. They
That's
can probably wait like a few more months or whatever for winter to set in.
I
Yeah.
guess. But like, why would they hold off? That's what I was
Well,
thinking. It's like how
Maybe
how,
their concept of time is like, oh, we just fought these things. All
let's take a
right.
break.
They're like, okay, let's stand here and watch this ocean. And then a few seconds later for them, it's like it's frozen. Let's start walking. But it might be like a few months or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I also thought it was a little convenient for the Dragon Glass to have like all the paintings in there. With a
The
little,
Children of the First Men.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
little like walkthrough with Danny to like
Yeah.
show her all these things. He's like holding her hand.
Cute.
It's cute.
I
Or
wanted
what
to
did
be
Dan-
like, oh, it looks so pretty. Never mind, I don't want you to mind it.
Yeah, it's so pretty. I want it.
I'm
Make
making
me,
it
I thought I was
make
wondering
me
if, like,
jewelry.
when John like shows her the whole cabin of Dragon Glass, how sparkly it is, she's like, "You're gonna have to pay me now."
Yeah.
You're like, "What?"
Use
She's like, "Yeah, I have a lot of this stuff, and you need it, so pay me."
Economics.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Like
Mm.
John has a thing for caves, hey? It's like,
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
it's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna bring her down there as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I need your supervision on the Dragon Glass, please.
I'll bend the knee to give you that Lord's kiss, you know?
And something, that's for darn sure.
Gadoosh. Ratings for this episode out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
8.5.
It's always a moment where we can't.
Whatever. Who knows what
I said
anybody said?
9.
I said 9.
9.
8.5.
I said 8.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Solid.
Tight.
Yeah.
Thick. Solid.
Thick and solid. I think my
High
like
five.
half was like not even really fair. It was just kind of like the directing in general for me was like, I don't know, I think it was the same director as last episode, but I feel like it was less in a lot of the shots, not so much like the war scene and stuff, but like in a lot of the shots it was less real and gritty and more like almost fantastical. It's just like some of the lighting in the shots and stuff, like in particular like Arya riding up on like the hill in the snow and seeing
Winterfell.
Yeah, Winterfell. It was just like this like pristine white and like really like kind of like blown out, and it was just kind of this like big like arcing thing over the hill, which is like a cool shot, but it was very like
Just a different
it was very
style.
like fairy tale almost
Okay.
in some of the things. It was like a different style, which
Yeah.
like
But
I didn't like as a style it's totally fine, but like I just
Yeah.
think it was a little bit off in terms of Game of Thrones
Yeah.
personally, because it's very non-fairy tale, right? It's very real and
Yeah.
gritty. So
Sure.
Interesting, yeah.
I will defend that shot though, just because that could be how Arya sees it. Like, this is the first
That's
time
true.
she's been back
Yeah.
in however long, how many
Yeah.
years this has been.
Yeah.
So like, that's just like a moment for her maybe.
that's very true. I was just using that shot as like an example just because it was one I remembered.
Okay.
But there was a few other ones where it was like really like shallow focus and stuff and more stylized.
I'm okay with. I almost like the stylized kind of direction and cinematography too. Even like during the conversations, like I remember a shot with Bran and Peter or Baelish, whatever, when they're talking, and it just has like they're kind of like does like over the shoulder for a bit, and then like Bran has just like a straight on
Oh,
Bran's
shot,
looking directly in the camera.
and then
Yeah,
it cuts to
talk about
Peter doing the exact same thing, like looking
Peter
back
wasn't
at him.
looking in the camera.
No, but it was like still kind of straight on shot. Like
I thought
straight
that was
shot,
interesting how they actually, for that one shot, Bran looked directly in the camera, and like, I don't know, that kind of like jarred me a little bit. Maybe I don't get the significance of the line that he said.
Wasn't it something that Peter said to Sansa
Yeah.
earlier?
Chaos
Oh, yeah.
is a ladder.
Yeah.
When he was like coaching her on how to play
Oh,
the
did
game?
he?
I
Okay,
think so.
that makes a bit more sense because I didn't really get that. I thought he was just saying an edgy line and like
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
directly in the camera, and I was like, okay, that's a little melodramatic. But if he's like, yeah, kind of proving to Baelish that he has this power thing, then yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. I don't remember, like, was it, did he say it to Sansa or did he say something?
I think Peter
I
did say it to Sansa. I think you're right.
Because
Chaos is a ladder.
yeah,
Something about climbing it or whatever. blah,
yeah,
blah,
like
blah.
use it to your
Yeah.
advantage kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now all I can think of is Bran looking into the camera and say some kind of Francis Underwood line.
Yeah.
There are two kind of people in this world.
Yeah.
With like the southern accent and
Crossover,
everything.
like-
It'd be so funny. Crossover.
Yeah, exactly.
Just have Frank just
Bran.
show up, or just have Kevin Spacey as an extra to show up.
Oh.
Push some girl off in front of a charging horse. Like, goosh.
Yeah. Or like, strangle a dying dog or something.
Yeah.
And now I have
Like
to
a
put
horse.
low-key
He strangles a
spoilers.
dragon. That's what he does. That's his
Strangles a
canon.
dragon. Just like a random soldier like staring into the camera and strangling a dragon.
You gotta put possible House of Cards spoilers in the intro now too.
Oh my gosh.
It's just
Yeah.
a new house card. It just comes out of nowhere. It's just like Kevin
Dude, House
Spacey.
Underwood though?
House
like
Underwood.
sounds legit.
House Underwood.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Francis
Some
Sinclair
Robin
as
Wright in
a,
here?
as a
HBO,
power
please.
couple. HBO, please.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We could
saw
have-
Robin Wright in Wonder Woman as like kind of an old like medieval warrior. Or we could.
She was a Princess Bride.
We
She
could,
can do it.
we could work with. We could work with this. Game of Thrones, hire us. We'll write in House Underwood.
We'll just remake Game of Thrones Americanized. Just like The Office, you know? Like,
Exactly. Like American
Everything's the exact same except now in this season, Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright are in it. And that's
Yeah,
the only
That's
difference.
the only difference, yeah. They're
No
just
one
like
has
one of
British
the
accents.
houses somewhere.
Yeah.
I like that.
Per.
That's a great idea.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for watching the Game of Thrones show, the only place to watch Game of Thrones ever.
To watch Game of Thrones?
To watch Game of Thrones.
We leak the episodes.
We leak,
It was us. We did it.
we leak them 2 days after they air.
It's a new thing.
The only place in the universe to watch Game of Thrones news, events, spoilers, rumors, discussions, fan theories, fan fictions.
Erotic fan fiction. Mostly erotic fan
Mostly
fiction.
erotic.
That's the only time I know how to write. Jon Snow and Varys.
Lots of stuff.
No, Varys.
What happened? Lots of
The
Varys
children.
and- Varys
Oh
and-
yeah. Oh
Varys
yeah.
and Grey
yeah.
Worm, please.
Varys and
Hot
Grey
pie on
Worm.
the mountain.
Hot pie on the mountain.
You don't even need to change the name of that one. That's just what it's called. Hot Pie in the Mountain.
The special tag team partner of the Hound.
Comes in and kills the mountain halfway through, and then finishes on hot pie.
It's
No.
We're redefining the Clegane Bowl. Oh no.
Now, what's the Hound doing? I haven't seen him in a few
Yeah.
episodes. He's still going north.
Going north with the.
North.
He's seen
Alright.
visions in the fire and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's a
Right.
changed man.
He's a changed man.
He's
Ooh.
gonna knock on the door of Winterfell and be like, "Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Lord of Light?
Like, can I give him
The
a
night is
moment?
dark and full of terror."
And the guy's
He's
like,
wearing like a
the
white
guy's
shirt.
like, fuck off. Ooh, Game of Thrones Office crossover. Just Game of Thrones, except they have like the awkward, like, the like
interviews?
asides with the interviews and like the looks at the camera and stuff like that.
The guard gets interviews like, "Look, if I had known it was her, I probably would have been a lot nicer. But how am I supposed to know?" And then
Yeah.
she just wanders.
And it just
away.
goes to Arya like. That's it.
Wow, we're really off topic right now.
Yeah.
And now,
But also, yeah, Miss Sandy's
It's
line of
still-
like, "Lots happened."
Is that what
Kinda
she said? I
funny.
forget what the actual
Yeah, yeah.
lots happened.
oh yeah, what
Yeah.
happened?
Lots of things.
Lots of things.
And Daenerys is like, "Tell me, girl." And John's like, "Danny, come to the cave with me. I'm gonna show you paintings."
Well, John actually did those like a few minutes before. He just like did the paintings. It was like, oh, this is for children.
Look, the
Come
White
on,
Walkers I see.
What a plot twist.
John's like, they're actually all in his mind. You see, it cuts back to him. He's just like
He's got the
feverishly. Yeah,
craziness.
he's the mad one. He's feverishly like painting on these White Walkers on the walls. He's telling Sam about them,
Yeah.
and Sam's just so impressionable that he just believes it.
Mhm.
And you just see John just like killing his friends and stuff.
He killed like everyone at Hardhome
Yeah.
himself.
You can walk. Jorah Mormont's like, "John, you're back."
Or it cuts back to him in a cell at the wall, and he's just like furiously ranting about this whole thing. It's all been in his head. He's like,
No.
I came north.
No, that can't happen. Like, no, that I'm not into that. I'm
Or
more
it just
into
cuts back and he's dead. These are all the
This is
moments
all,
before
like-
he died.
It's just like freaking Shutter Island.
everybody in Game of Thrones is an actor except for John, trying
Yeah.
to cure him of his madness.
It's a Truman Show.
Brad
Jon
wakes
Snow,
up,
it's
it was
the
all a
Truman
dream.
Show.
Like,
It's the Snow Show.
I think we cut somewhere like a long time ago, maybe.
yeah.
Nah, this is
No,
all going
this
in.
is all going in.
Dab on those haters. Dab on those haters.
No.
Okay.
Seth said, fuck you, Sansa, get paralyzed already.
Even when he's not here, Seth is a blessing to this show.
Just a freaking blessing.
Bye.